Good morning, everybody. We are currently in the apiary. I'm suited up. I'll get the veil on in just a second. We're going to check in on all 3 hives today. We're going to see how did spraying the new foundations with sugar syrup work. Did that encourage them to start building out on it? We'll check the food supply. And also, do we need to put the second deep on now, or do we have to wait a little bit longer? It's been in the late 70s, low 80s for the last week. So we'll see what they've done with that and just check on the overall condition. So, all right, hold on. Just want to show you, that's the top lid, is the inner cover. Got some ladies crawling around there. Well, just so you know, I'm using, this is my favorite hive tool. I had to replace it because I couldn't find my old one. So in previous videos, you've seen me using a different one that's kind of my backup. This is definitely a way better design. It really helps to pull up frames when you're in the hives. That's the last frame in the bottom deep. That's going to take a while for them to fill out. Not too concerned about that. Show you guys. There is Poe. Filling this comb with food supply, so nectar and pollen. There's the back side. Some nice cap brood there, all those baby bees yet to be born. Same on that side. Queen's right there. Can you see her? Can you see her? She's the long one. She's right there. Nice healthy queen. Some more. This is one of the new frames. Look at that. Building it out nicely. They already have brood laid on it. That's awesome. Both sides. See all the bees buzzing around. Fashion statement of the century. Let's check on Barker. It's a new frame, so spraying them really didn't do much this time around, so we'll see. Kind of a swirly pattern here. We're going to keep an eye on that. But I do see, on second look, there are lots of eggs filled in those holes. So it's actually a pretty solid brood pattern. Let's check the other side. Other side is the same as well. So that's good. That's really good. Sweet. Queen is not on this frame, however. That's a really nice dense clump of brood. Hi. Hi. So we'll let them calm down for a second. I didn't see the queen in Barker, but I did see a lot of brood and eggs. So that's a pretty good indication that she's there somewhere. And we are going to check on Shelley and see how that's doing. We're not going to be putting the second deeps on yet. We're going to check in one more week and see if that's a good time. So we'll give them another week. It's supposed to get into the 90s here. That will really help them. I think they love hot weather. So let's move on to Shelley. Food supplies. I don't know if you can see, but the queen is right there. There we go. Look at that brood pattern. So cool. Good job. The other side looks great as well. Oh, that looks good too. Oh, brood. There's a thing called bee space, which is about 3/8 of an inch. And when you get in here and messing with the frames, you'll want to compact them together so that the rails are touching each other. And that gives about roughly 3/8 of an inch on either side of the box. That's so they can move around, and we call that bee space. It's important. Not only is it important so that the bees can move around, but it's also important when it comes to them building their comb, because you need it to be that spacing so they don't build wonky comb. Wonky comb is like really spotty and it can extend out from the frame quite a bit. You want to try to avoid that so that they actually fill up a nice full frame for you. Put the lids back on, but I'm going to run down to the house and make some more food for these guys, and then we'll bring it back up. And I think I might get into the Barker hive one more time. I just want to double check to make sure I did see eggs, fresh eggs. And then we'll be done for the week. I do think I'm going to give them one more week to fill out their frames. This one's got about 6.5 frames full of drawn comb. So we'll be moving into double deeps soon. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know I didn't see a huge benefit to spraying the new frames with sugar syrup. I thought I was going to, but I really can't say as I thought it was all that beneficial. In the video, you'll see I have one green glove, one red glove on. I went to get my bee gloves this morning and something looks like they've eaten some of it, which is weird because they were secured inside. So we're gonna have to get some more of those. However, I will say that the lined neoprene gloves that I was using today worked really well. I think I took what would have been 6 stings on my fingers, but the gloves prevented me from actually getting stung. So I feel really bad for our dearly departed bees that did those stings, but that's part of being a beekeeper. So all in all, the condition of the hives looks really good. We did end up putting the second deep onto the hive. I know I mentioned that I wasn't going to do that until next week, potentially. But they did have about 7 frames fully drawn out in the first deep, so we went ahead and put on the second deep. That also has reserve honey already in it, and I mixed in some empty frames as well. Now, once that gets going strong, we'll put the queen excluder on and throw a honey super on, which is honey that we'll be able to enjoy. I did not see a queen in the Barker hive, but I did see eggs and larvae and brood, so she's got to be there. They were a little bit spicy, so it kind of makes me worried just a smidge that she's not there. But all indication is she's been there within 24 hours. The Shelley hive is doing great, especially for being a hive that has all new frames, except for maybe 1 or 2. And they're really drawing out that wax foundation very well. They were a champ and drank all of their sugar water and supplements. So we refilled all of them again and put them back on. It was about 93 degrees here by this afternoon, and I think the weather calls for more 90-degree days this whole week. So that should be super good for them. They love the heat, unlike me. Also, so you know, those bee suits, they're very hot, even the ventilated ones. So you kind of want to go in the morning to save yourself. But they looked great. It was really relaxing and fun to get in there and check them all out. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I am going to probably edit out some clips. I just let the camera roll the entire time that I was in there working. So we'll see. We'll see what turns out. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week with another update.